In the beginning of the movie, we're shown that the United Nations demands a reduction in overpopulation. As a part of this, every student in America is required to take a test. Whoever fails the test is executed. This test is called the thinning. It is going to be held in 18 hours, so all the students are seen preparing seriously for it. Then we're introduced to a girl named Liana, who is helping her younger brother prepare for the test. But her brother tells her that he's not able to keep up with the preparation. He then asks her to give him contact lenses that would help him cheat in the exam. These lenses show solutions to the problems in his notebook. Liana gives him the lenses, but tells him to destroy them after using. Just then, Liana receives a phone call. She immediately takes her younger brother and sister to the hospital. At the hospital, the doctor informs her that their mother's condition is very bad and says they should try to keep her comfortable. Next, we are shown the governor's house, where we meet the governor's son, Blake. Blake tells his bodyguard to get him something to eat. After the guard leaves, Blake goes out to meet his friend Ellie. She tells him, "Your strategy works every time." But Blake says this might be the last time we meet because the test is scheduled for the next day. Ellie says she's really scared of the test. At that moment, a guard arrives and takes Blake to his father. The governor wishes him good luck for the test and leaves. Then we see a school scene where guards dressed in black are monitoring and checking all the students. Liana's brother is also there. His contact lens falls to the ground, and while he's trying to find it, a guard sees him and tells him to move along. Meanwhile, Liana sees parents saying goodbye to their children, which moves her emotionally. That's when Blake approaches Liana and asks her for a contact lens. But she tells him that she only had one pair, and she already gave it to her brother. Elsewhere, the guards catch a student using a cheating device. They immediately arrest the students and take them to jail. After that, the test begins. The guards lock down the entire school, and the teachers inform the students that the test will be tough, but they believe their students will do well. Then the lights in the classroom dim, and every student picks up their tablet and begins the test. After the test is completed, all the students are extremely scared. Some are even seen crying. Then, the names of the students who failed are announced. Each failed student is taken away by the guards. Some students cooperate, while others beg for mercy, saying, "Please let us go." A few students are even forcibly dragged away by the guards. Blake's friend Ellie is also among those who fail. The guards take her away too. The students who pass the test are congratulated by the teachers and are then taken into a recording room. Meanwhile, Liana sees her younger brother seated among the failed students, which shocks and upsets her. Blake calls his father, asking him to save Ellie, but his father insists that they must follow the rules. This makes Blake very angry. He desperately tries to save Ellie, but he fails to do so. In the next scene, 1 year passes. There are only 24 hours left for the next test. Liana is seen preparing her younger sister and brother for the upcoming test. Their mother has died. On the other side, we see Blake working out in his room, staring at a photo of Ellie. Then he places a letter in a postbox. When his father opens the letter, he finds a tablet inside. On it, there's a video recorded by Blake, where he says that he will deliberately fail the test. He adds, "If you want to stand with the system, you must also stand with a system that's willing to kill your own son." The governor demands that his son be brought home, but by then, the test has already begun and the school is locked down. At school, the test begins. We also see a class of young children, where the teacher shows them a video. The cartoon in the video explains that the test is meant to control overpopulation, and that only intelligent students are allowed to live in America. Those are the ones who pass the test. After the video, the kids applaud and then start their test. Meanwhile, senior students also start their test. Everything is being monitored through cameras. Blake finishes his test quickly and sits back, completely relaxed. The teachers notice Blake and find it suspicious. Back in the kids' class, Liana's brother is taking the test. He raises his hand to ask the teacher a question, but the teacher isn't allowed to help. She simply tells him, "Just do your best." After the kids' test ends, the teacher tells them, "When I call out your name, please stand up." On both sides, seniors and juniors, the teachers began announcing the names of the students who failed. Among the senior students, Liana is declared failed, and the guards begin taking her away. Meanwhile, Blake passes the test. At that moment, Someone calls Blake's father and says the transfer was successful. Blake watches as all the failed students are led into a hall. At the same time, a teacher comes running in and stops the guard, saying that Liana didn't fail, she's her best student. But when the guard checks with the control room, they say there's been no mistake. So the guard tells Liana, "Say goodbye to your teacher." The teacher hugs Liana and secretly gives her a keycard, whispering, "Everyone deserves a second chance in life." Liana hides the keycard inside her mouth. All the failed students, including her, are led into the hall. Blake also arrives near the hall and sees what's happening. The failed students are given new clothes and taken into another room. There, each student is strapped to a chair, surrounded by guards holding injections. Seeing this, the students become extremely frightened. Outside, Blake distracts a guard, kills him, and sneaks into the control room. He tries to use the computer, but it requires a password, which he doesn't know. So instead, he decides to shut off the electricity to the entire school. Meanwhile, the control room head finds the dead guard and realizes something is wrong. In the room where the failed students are held, some of them start trying to escape. Liana uses the keycard given by her teacher to open a door and escape. While the guards are counting the students, they realize Liana is missing. A guard spots her, but Liana pretends to be a teacher, shows her keycard, and says she saw a student trying to escape. As the guard walks ahead, Liana attacks him. Just then, Blake arrives and the two of them team up to kill the guard. Liana tells Blake, "There's no way I should have failed." Blake replies, "I failed on purpose, but my father still saved me." Elsewhere, the control room head orders a full lockdown of the school until Liana is caught. He tells the team to ignore the parents waiting outside. The school must remain closed. Liana and Blake crawl through a ventilation shaft and reach a server room. Meanwhile, the control room head gathers all the teachers into one room and starts checking their keycards. But when it's Liana's teacher's turn, they find that her keycard is missing. Meanwhile, Blake's father, who is the governor, is extremely angry. He demands that the entire situation be brought under control quickly. As Liana and Blake are crawling through the ventilation shafts, Blake falls into a pool. Liana rescues him, and from a nearby locker, they grab dry clothes and change out of their wet ones. Just then, Liana notices another ventilation opening, and the two of them continue their escape through it. Elsewhere, in the recording room, a student gets into an argument with a guard. The guard hits the student, and Liana's friend records the entire incident. He sends the video to his friend, who is a reporter. As Liana and Blake are moving through the ventilation, Liana accidentally drops her keycard. When she tries to retrieve it, a guard sees her. Blake quickly pulls her back, but the guard notices him. Blake then kills the guard and puts on his uniform. In the next scene, Liana's teacher is flirting with a male teacher and manages to steal his keycard. When they check the male teacher's ID, they find his keycard is missing. The control room head suspects that he was the one who gave the card to Liana and helped her escape. Liana then reaches the server room, where she finds a computer. But it asks for a password, which she doesn't know. She tries using her keycard, but it doesn't work either. So she sends a message to her friend. He replies by sending her a video. Using information from the video, Liana types in the password and the computer unlocks. She checks her test scores. It shows that she scored 98%. Then she checks Ellie's score, which is 88%, even she didn't fail. When Liana checks Blake's score, it shows 15%, yet he was marked as passed. Liana then sees the governor's statement on the news, where he says that even after failing, Liana escaped and killed 2 guards. At the same time, the control room head spots Liana through a surveillance camera, and the guards capture her. Liana insists, "I passed the test. I have proof." Meanwhile, Blake is also captured. The reporter gets access to the test results. On the news, they report that Liana scored higher than everyone else, yet she was marked as failed, while the governor's son was passed with only 15%. After this news breaks, an order comes in for Liana to be released. However, Blake remains in custody. When Liana goes to see Blake, she is set free, and Blake feels satisfied with what they achieved. The school is unlocked, and when Liana comes out, she hugs her younger sister tightly. Outside, the parents of the students who didn't come out are crying in despair. Later, the governor admits that he made a mistake. All the failed students are taken in an elevator to a secret location. There, they see a factory where experiments are conducted on students using the tablets being produced there. The failed students are kept in that facility permanently. In the final scene, Blake is shocked to see Ellie among the failed students in the factory. And that's how the movie ends. Thank you for watching our movie recap. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing for more great content. Your support means a lot to us. Have a wonderful day.